I am astrologist Mona Magistus, meaning the great astrologist Mona. If it is divination you seek from me, then I ask you respect my name by learning it wholly, here and now. Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception. Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them. Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted. With rain this heavy, not only are the stars clouded, so too is my scryglass hazy. Which of the starry skies do these thunderbolts fall from? The pure waters of melted snow are optimal for hydromancy. One need not scry to know today's weather will be good. Your arrival is untimely. The morning star has just waned. Breakfast? No, I've already eaten. Noon is upon us. We should eat. I will have a salad, for simplicity is the way of the astrologer. Nightfall has arrived. I will soon be able to begin my divination. Did I finish writing my astrology column last night? It's already so late, and I'm no further along on finishing tomorrow's astrology column. What? You're off to sleep? I wish I could sleep now, too. The work of the astrologer is to show people what fate has in store for them, and that's exactly what I do. There will always be those, however, who are unable to accept what they're told. Why do I write reports rather than using my divination to earn mora? I would never use hydromancy for the sake of mora, nor did I learn hydromancy for that purpose. I don't know. Unless left with no other choice, astrologers do not foretell their own fate. The elders of my art warned against it, for it can turn fate in on itself, which is incredibly dangerous. As you are not from this world, I am unable to give you a prediction. All I can tell you is that your journey is far from over. When I first received my vision, the elderly woman that gave it to me, she put on this air and said, "May your heart of truth be with you." And yet this thing does nothing for my hydromancy. All it does is get me wet. That said, a vision doesn't hurt to have as a little accessory. It is, after all, the one useful study tool that miserly old lady ever gave me, in a rare act of generosity. Do you know about constellations? Astrologers believe that the patterns of the stars map out the destiny of vision bearers. Past, present, and future, everything is written in the stars. This travel companion of yours, do you know anything of her origins? No matter what, I cannot seem to discern a single shred of information regarding this floating fairy's fate. Oh? So you don't know where she comes from either? You mean the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius? Her constellation is Leo Minor, which represents strength and responsibility shouldered too young. Though the lioness has been separated from her pride for a long time, she grows from strength to strength, and the day will come when she is ready to return as its glorious leader. Albedo, Ah, I envy his ability to solely focus on his research without getting bogged down in mundane worldly affairs. What a wonderful life. If that batty old lady hadn't had one too many screws loose, perhaps that's the life I'd be living by now myself. Ah, yes, Alice's daughter. She's in the custody of the Knights of Favonius, and Albedo looks after her too. She's blessed to have Trifolium as her constellation, which represents good luck. I'm slightly envious. Although, if I'd been blessed with good luck, I suppose I never would have had the great honor of running into that old woman, would I? Diluc Ragnavinder. His constellation Noctua represents vigilance in the darkness of night, a lone guardian keeping watch, longing for the splendor of dawn, yet destined to solitude in the dark days preceding its arrival. Or wait, maybe Noctua's the one tied to wealth. Kaya Albric. He's a Pavo Ocelus, destined for greatness and grandeur, and to hide ugly realities behind a layer of charm and elegance. He believes he has made a clean break with his past, but one day fate will catch up with him. When it does, he will have a major decision to make. A Tempus Fugit. The constellation derives its name from the hourglass and stands for knowledge and time, or rather, the trade-off between them. As each grain of sand falls down, a moment of time, of life even, dies for good. To stop the unrelenting flow of sand, one would have to turn the hourglass on its side. But once the sand comes to rest, it remains motionless forever. Maybe becomes lazy is more accurate than comes to rest in this case. Venti, the bard that sits around doing nothing all day? What's so interesting about him? Sure, I guess I can take a look. That's weird. The scry glass, I can't see a thing. This wind, I can't open my eyes. No, my hat, my clothes, stop. The wind's going to strip all my clothes off. Make it stop, make it stop. All right, I'll never do this again. You want to chat? For fun? Oh, I don't usually have spare time for such activities, especially when I have so many columns left to write. Then again, since it's you, it might be worth it. A change of pace once in a while isn't such a bad thing. Income. From astrology. You can't use things like Mora to determine the value of astrology. You need to understand, hydromancy is the one and only means of discerning people's true destiny in the whole of Teyvat. No matter how much Mora or gems you might have, the value of fate is quite simply incalculable. Perhaps not the smartest question you might have had for me. You want me to explain how astrology works? I'm not sure you'd understand even if I told you, but since you ask, the method I use is called hydromancy, the art of inferring fate from the illusory reflection of the stars on the water's surface. The inverted reflection in the water is an image of the heavens from within which the truth of our world can be observed. It is the one and only success story of that old lady's research endeavors. Mona Magistus, the astrologist. We came up with that name together, the old lady and me. She said it had a nice ring to it, but then she started calling me Meg for short, which is obviously unnecessary because clearly Mona is already suffice for a shorter name. No, you are not allowed to call me that. It's embarrassing. I knew I shouldn't have told you. The golden rule all fortune tellers abide by is never offer advice, only state the results of the divination. Otherwise, you risk your fate becoming tangled up with that of your subjects. But for you, I will make an exception to this rule, because our fates have been intertwined from the beginning. My hobby, stargazing. In this all-too-real world in which we live, we all need to look up from the dust once in a while and fix our gaze on the stars in a spirit of wonder. That, plus the whole thing about me being an astrologer. The equipment repair bill is due, and so is the final payment for that celestial globe I ordered. Also, I still need to renew my journal subscriptions, not to mention pay the rent. Which one to prioritize? I'll pay off the celestial globe first. If I leave it any longer, they'll sell out, and then I'll never get my hands on one. Oh, salad. Salad is by far the best food in the world. Cheap to buy, easy to whip up, filling, and it's the most convenient thing there is when you're working on a column or fixing some equipment. I mean, who's got time for a proper dinner anyway? You know, all those overpriced fancy foods. Personally, I think it's uncivilized and frankly dangerous to splash out and indulge yourself every time you have a little hunger pang. So satisfied. Who would have thought knowing you would bear so many benefits? Just to be clear, you're sure I don't have to pay for any of this? I don't mean to nitpick or anything, it's just I haven't quite eaten enough. Happy birthday! Here's my gift to you. It's a bag containing some words of advice that may help you through tough patches. No, don't open it yet. During the year ahead, this bag will open itself when the right time comes. This was ordained by fate. Long had I foreseen it. One step closer. Maybe soon I shall finally uncover the truth of this world. My scryglass has long since preordained all that will take place beneath the stars it reflects. In the reflection of the water, I see the ascension of the morning star. Let me scry! Shadows of fate! Delve into destiny! Fate is upon you! Written in the stars! Decided by destiny! Scry the sky! We could do with some more fortune. This should cover food and rent for a while. Finding treasure is pretty exhilarating. My vision is clouded. Odious fate. This was not foretold. Do not tempt fate. This is not your destiny. The stars are fading. Destiny cannot be denied. My reckoning has come. Curses! Leave my space! This is destiny. This is how it must be. It is as the stars foretold.
Nice to meet you. I've actually been watching you for a long time already. My name's Nahida. I might look like a child, but don't be fooled. I understand this world much better than any grown-up. So, can we trade knowledge? I want to hear all about your travel stories. So, what would you like to know in return? If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk? Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1. What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Quick, let's find shelter, or mushrooms will start growing on our heads. Did you know that the sound of thunder is the prelude to new life? Soon, this land will be brimming with vitality. Can you hear that? The heavens are whispering to all living things. It's time for bed now. The weather is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting lively again. The wind never blows in the sanctuary of Surasthana. Oh, sorry. That's probably obvious to you. Good morning. We should get going right away. There are too many things in this world that you'll miss if you don't get there on time. Time for a break. I'd really like a berry and mint burst. If you get one for me, I'll tell you a couple of stories about the sun, okay? The sun's setting. It's time to wave goodbye and let the creatures of the night take center stage. You should go to sleep now. Don't worry, I've made sure there's a sweet dream waiting for you. Oh, the Mirjavari? A place without anything at all, completely empty. Just like a shroom boar's brain. Of course I know it. It's true. I've never seen it with my own eyes. It's one of the many places beyond my reach. The gods gave humans barely enough knowledge for them to fill their stomachs. Yet, they used it to craft tools, write books, and build cities. And now they've set their sights on the stars and the abyss. With every moment that goes by, they're creating brand new knowledge, so I never want to take my eyes off them. The things you've experienced on your journey are so much more exciting than anything I've ever learned. And now, I get to ask you about all of it anytime I want, so I can understand each and every little detail. I couldn't ask for more. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Now, where were we? Being a listener has never been enough for me. I've always dreamed of going out and seeing things for myself. You're such an experienced adventurer. Can you be my guide? I want to experience all your future tales firsthand. The heavens grew eyes to behold the true beauty of the world below, but humans already have eyes to begin with. So, what is it they see when they look at the world not with their eyes, but their vision? You're very smart. Can you figure out what the answer is? Very often, only once we get hurt badly are we finally forced to face our own laziness, ignorance, recklessness, or arrogance. There's nothing to regret, though. We have no way of seeing all the possibilities that lie ahead in the future, so we have to rely on clumsy trial and error to gain knowledge. Just think of pain as the tuition you have to pay. Sumeru's desert looks more desolate than the rainforest, but it's also home to an ancient civilization and supports its own stable ecosystem. One day, when it finally stops arguing with the rainforest, I'm sure that flowers will blossom there, the likes of which I've never seen before. His jokes are like buried treasure, gems hidden beneath the surface. They're a lot of fun. Well, which part didn't you get? Okay, I can explain it for you. Not every General Mahamatra would take such a clear-cut and decisive stance when faced with a conflict between order and justice. He must know only too well that compromise is a path that leads to a dead end. So it's extremely fortunate for all of Sumeru that he's now been able to return to his rightful post. The Forest Watchers played an essential role in helping the rainforest to withstand the withering and continue to flourish, and Tainari is the best of them all. Still, I do hope he learns to be a little gentler with people. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult for the Forest Rangers to attract new top talent. When I heard her story for the first time, her tenacity shone through like a dazzling gemstone. She's been through so much. I hope that just as the rainforest supports all kinds of life, Sumeru will always provide a safe and nurturing environment for her, so that she can grow up healthy and strong. He holds a body of knowledge more advanced than most could imagine, and his mind is constantly thinking, so maybe nothing in this world could ever fool him. But is the wise man truly wise to view the mediocre majority as defective? Because without them, there is no us. I once borrowed someone else's body to ask her if she'd mind allowing Lesser Lord Kusanali to watch her dance. Actually, I had already watched her lots of times before in secret, but I wanted to attend her dance at the Sub-Zero's festival properly, in person, as a sign of respect. Anyway, it turned out that she gently declined the offer. I was a little sad about that. The first thing she said when she saw me was, "Nice palace, how much?" Of course, I couldn't possibly sell her the sanctuary of Surasthana, but still, her question had me stunned. I thought about it long and hard, but I still can't figure out how much more it's worth. He has an almost perfect grasp of what it truly means for Sumeru to be a nation of wisdom. Sadly, the truth as he understands it will never be accepted as the mainstream. He's roommates with Alhaitham? Wow, the world really is full of surprises. She is suffering from exposure to remnants of King Deshret's power. It's as if the great tortoise of time accidentally threw her off its back and left her suspended in the past. If you're interested, you should be able to catch a glimpse of Sumeru from a bygone age through her. I'm led to believe that long, long ago, the 7 Archons used to stay in regular contact with each other. I'm a bit of a special case, though, so I don't have any memory of that time. Now that things have settled down in Sumeru, I think it's about time I made contact with them again. You're on familiar terms with some of them, right? Would you mind introducing me? I hear that playing games is a good way to quickly bring people closer together. I'm sure it must work for gods, too. How about, once everyone meets up, I suggest we play hopscotch together? On second thought, maybe not. If I draw the squares, it will look like I made them really small on purpose just so I could win. That wouldn't be fair on the others. When he finally achieved the ambition he thought he'd been pursuing all along, was he content at last, or only emptier still? We only yearn for the skies because we cannot fly. Perhaps he should reflect on this once he has held the sheer emptiness of the skies in his grasp. My past is quite monotonous. I could tell you about it, but it wouldn't be long before you let out a great big yawn, like a pufferfish taking in a big gulp of water. But curiosity is worth its weight in gold, and I wouldn't want yours to go to waste. I know. Let me tell you about all the dreams I've had. In my dreams, there's often a flower pot. Every time I water it and add fresh fertilizer, the same flower grows. Can you still enjoy the process of growing flowers when you already know the exact outcome in advance? Well, for me, I'm glad that at least after the flower has blossomed, it attracts different colored butterflies each time, and sometimes even bees. In my dreams, there's often an hourglass. I'd like to add a few drops of water. Then I shake it up and time how long it takes to settle, and see if there's any difference from the last time. There's no reasoning behind it and nothing to gain out of it, but somehow it seems to relieve the exhaustion in my brain. I think that the fact that it's for nothing is what makes it fun for me. In my dreams, there's often an empty space. No matter how the scenery changes around it, the emptiness always occupies the most important place. Strange, isn't it? I think there used to be something there, but for all the power I have over dreams, I still can't find the answer as to what it was. Seems like even in my dreams, there are things that I can't control. In my dreams, there can be anything. Anything except people coming and going. But since meeting you, it's gradually started to get more lively here. Maybe you're a guide, adding a human touch to my dreams and leading me out from my cage. Come on, let's go. The journey's only just beginning, and I'd like you to carry on leading the way. Does watching you count as a hobby? Because everything you do fascinates me. You're traveling the whole world. Where did you come from? And where will you go next? Who will you meet? And what challenges will you have to overcome? I want to know the answers to all these questions and more. So, please don't mind me. I just want to keep on watching you all the time. I think I'm good at asking the right questions and giving good answers, but I've come to realize that a lot of people just convince themselves they don't understand. The answers to their problems don't help them. It seems to me that as people grow older, they lose the courage to question things and accept the truth. Definitely candied agelenach nuts. I just need one little bite, and my brain starts chugging away at top speed. And suddenly, there's no problem too difficult for me to solve. The only thing you need to watch out for is... don't put the jar somewhere that's too easy to reach. sea creatures are born into infinite darkness and live their lives in the depths of the ocean. It's a complete unknown to me. Ugh, eating them is like swallowing an icky storm cloud. May the world never forget this beautiful flavor. Thank you. I really appreciate this. It tastes lovely. How should I put this? I guess... You wouldn't feed shroom boars to a sumpter beast, would you? I was thinking, your birthday celebration needs to be at least as grand as the Sub-Zero's festival, so... Too much? But everyone's already done preparing for it. Come on, let's go. Just this once. I'll make sure you love it. I'm getting smarter. My mind is growing even bigger. It feels like you could fit the entire sky and ocean inside it. I feel like a Neopala lotus that's been reunited with its leaves, or a Sango pearl that's found its shell. Thank you for allowing me to be your companion, and for teaching me so many new things. As the God of Wisdom, I grant you my blessing. From here onward, may your journey be free from confusion that clouds your mind and obstacles that block your path. Committed to memory. Grow, grow, grow. This might hurt a little. Hey! Everyone hold hands. I see everything. Make yourselves at home. Share in my knowledge. The Temple of Wisdom. Curiosity deserves a reward. I wonder who this gift could be from. Find anything you like? Let's change tactics. Stop fighting! This was unwise. Let me put my mind to it. Don't bite off more than you can chew. No life lasts forever. I'm withering. I don't understand. That really hurt. I'm seeing stars. I've been waiting for you for ages. There are still so many places for us to explore. Time to broaden our horizons again.
Hello, I'm Nilou from Zubair Theater. We have one dance scheduled for today, and it's about to start. Keep your eyes peeled. First, get into position like this. Then move like that. Yep, that's it. Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away. Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy. The weather and our moods are the same. They can both get gloomy. It's all right, though, because the sky will become even brighter after the rain. Thunder is kinda scary. Are you afraid of it? If so, I can share a nifty method to help with that. Huh? Wow! It's snowing! You can really hear the snow falling. Add in the swirling snowflakes, and it feels like the spirit of nature is dancing. Sunny days are so warm and cozy. Ah, they make me sleepy. Are you all right? Watch out for sandstorms. Good morning. Huh? Why are you staring at me? My hair's sticking up? Don't look. I'll go fix it right now. Should I eat some baked goods, or should I get something with rice? Or maybe I can have some hummus instead. Good evening. I have a performance at Zubair Theater tonight. Want some tickets? Remember, let out all your frustrations before bedtime for a better night's rest. If you want, I'm more than happy to be your audience. Sometimes you can convey more with dance than words. If you don't know what to say, then just dance. You need an extreme amount of talent to pursue knowledge and wisdom. Many people throw their entire lives into it, only to end up burned out and depressed. Dance isn't like that. You don't have to understand what you're seeing to enjoy watching it. If I can use my movements to demonstrate the beauty and meaning of dance, then I'm happy. Are you sulking? That's no good. Come on, follow my lead. First, use your right hand to draw a big circle in front of you. Then, use both hands to take all those negative feelings off your chest and into the circle. Next, push it away as hard as you can. So, feeling better now? I've never left Sumeru City, but I want to go on adventures with you. Going to new places will be fine as long as I can adjust. Quick question. Inazuma's beaches won't have huge wind that'll suddenly jump out at us, right? I received my vision when I debuted on stage. If even the goddess was willing to watch my performance, then that must mean she had acknowledged the beauty of human-made art. It's normal for hard work to produce no results. For example, no matter how hard I try, I can never understand the Rotawa's teachings. When you're stuck, shake up your mind, flip your brain around, and change the direction you're going in. Crystal flies come in all sorts of colors. They're so pretty that you can't not be curious. When you quietly reach out to one, it instantly steps into an elegant and nimble dance and flies away from you. If I could fly, I'd take dance lessons from them. When the goddess of flowers danced, real Padisaras would bloom underneath her feet. That sounds like such a beautiful scene. I'd love to see it. I don't really like interacting with people from the academia because they don't view the arts too kindly. I often wonder what they do when they're bored. Huh? Sino plays Genius Invocation TCG? I can't believe it. I hear he's a really talented botanist. He must be good at telling apart mushrooms. At least, he would never have to worry about eating a poisonous one. I'm so jealous. She sometimes comes to watch my performances. She's a really hard-working trainee forest ranger. One time, she warned me about getting lost. What did she mean by that? It's not like I've gotten lost before. I heard he was the one who built the magnificent palace of Alcazar's. He must have had a wonderful time making such a masterpiece, like when I'm in the middle of dance practice. Just thinking about dancing for everyone gives me so much happiness and motivation. It's hard to believe that so many things have happened recently. I wanted to pick out a good present for Dia and Dunyarzad, but I just can't make up my mind. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar has given me many suggestions, but if I took them all, it'd be too much. What should I do? The big spending merchant Dory has watched me dance before. I remember that she talked with Mr. Zubair once, and then never came back. Did something happen? Huh? She wanted me to go on tour around Teyvat? No way. Mr. Zubair definitely would have refused for me. Please tell me he has. The people of the Great Bazaar love Lesser Lord Kusanali. I'd love to hear her thoughts on my dance of Sub-Zerus. Oh, no. Forget it. If she were in the audience, I'd get stage fright. Sorry. I'm trying to decide what to eat and I got lost in thought. Do you need help with anything? My teacher taught me everything there is to know about dance, but she said that the most important thing is putting feeling into your movements. Only then can you move your audience and convey emotion. To express beauty, I must first become the embodiment of beauty. Sometimes I receive letters from showgoers who say that my dancing has cheered them up. I always share this kind of happy news with everyone at Zubair Theater. Even though I'm the one the audience sees on the stage, it's because of everyone's collective efforts that I can stand up there in the first place. The Grand Bazaar occasionally hosts other kinds of performances, such as juggling showcases. I've tried juggling before, but I always end up catching the balls with my head. Mr. Zubair and everyone else just laughed at me. They probably thought I had really good hand-eye coordination. I've been exposed. Someone once told me that I was like a shining oasis that restored life and happiness to others with its warmth. That was nice of them to say, and I was happy to hear it, but what I want to show people is much more than that. After spending so much time with you, though, I finally understand how it feels to have someone care for and look after you. Now I feel like that comparison is a far better one for you. My life is dance, or dance is my life. Which phrase is the better way to describe it? I'm no good at logical things like this. Anyway, I'll just keep on dancing. I want to use my performances to show the beauty of art to more people. I still can't tell poisonous mushrooms apart from non-poisonous ones. Apparently, color doesn't mean much. Poisonous mushrooms can be bright or dull. I feel like I understand, but I also don't. Sweets always make you feel better. Most people in Sumeru love them. Wanna try some? I'll get some for you. I have a hard time eating mushrooms, mostly because I'm scared. Not the type of scared that makes you want to run away, though. When I was little, I once ate a poisonous mushroom and was bedridden for days. If you want to eat any of Sumeru's mushroom dishes, please make sure to check that the ingredients are all edible. This must be what it feels like to have flavors dancing on your tongue. How wonderful! Thank you. You must have put a lot of love and effort into this dish, just like I put so much of me into my dance practice. Sorry, my appetite's been a bit off lately. Please don't take offense. Happy birthday! I learned a new dance, and I want to show it to you. Am I nervous? It saw right through me. It's because I wanted to incorporate my feelings into the moves, but then the choreography just got more and more difficult. Anyway, I just wish that your life will always be full of wonder and happiness. Huh? What's this feeling? I'm done warming up. I can do even better now. I feel like I'm lying down on the back of a massive animo slime. It's so light and comfy. I really like being with you. I don't know why, but it feels like a butterfly is trying to burst out of my chest. Anyway, how about I show a new dance to you? Here! Positions! With all my strength! Dance with the waves! All eyes on me! This dance is for you! For you. Let me help you pack this up. Wow, what a lovely surprise! Don't worry about me. How troublesome! Deep breaths. Don't worry, I'm here. I'll stand in for you. It's time for the curtain to fall. The show can't go on. Beauty, don't leave me. I gotta keep my balance. That hurt a little. Where are we dancing today? Anything I can help you with? Oh, you're calling for me? Coming!
I am Ningguang, Tianxin of Qixing. You wish to trade? You be my personal bodyguard, and I will show you how to get ahead in Liyue. Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it. In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace. We should look for a new investment. Mora doesn't grow on trees. It's raining. Fetch an umbrella for me, would you? Nothing more than regular snowfall. One day I'll take you to see the snow that falls over Liyue. Calm weather. Do not trust your eyes. Your eyes can lie to you. Gales like this can be the demise of fishermen, not to mention... Never mind. Morning. Report your affairs, in order of priority. Liuli Pavilion or Xinghua Kiosk? Which would you prefer to go to for lunch? The tea house has no more rooms. Then come, sit in the Jade Chamber, if you can afford the price. Sure, go rest. If anything important comes up, I will be sure to send for you. Be it simple price negotiation or a full-blown trade war, momentum and bargaining chips are but minor factors. To win, you need to be first to find out what cards your opponent is holding. Your impressions of me have changed. Well, at first I required your strength, so naturally I had to be as cordial as possible. But now that we're partners bound by contract, we may do away with such pretentious formalities. I suppose you've heard enough rumors about me. What kind of person am I? I shall leave that for you to decide. Of course, your judgment will become a part of the rumor. You've been with me for some time now. Have you learned to observe? Then observe me. Observe me right down to my very core. Come forward, stand beside me. Do you see the Jade Chamber? At first it was just a room, and now it clouds Liyue. When the time comes that it hangs above all of the 7 nations, you shall stand by my side on that day too. There's no need to use a vision in affairs that Mora can solve. As far as affairs only a vision can solve go, I know of only one. Gamblers always place their bets on the next dice roll. But the bankers always have the last laugh, and they never touch a single die. The departure of Rex Lapis will be no small test for both the Qixing and the city of Liyue. Seldom has any matter kept me tossing and turning at night like recent events. Nevertheless, I shall not lose sight of my goal. There will come a day when the shadow cast by the Jade Chamber reaches every end of Teyvat. In Liyue's ancient texts, there's no shortage of mentioning the beauty of the glazed lily. But in the modern era, the flower is on the brink of extinction. Now they can only be found in Yujing Terrace, and as such come with a hefty price tag. That captain. She clearly receives the adoration of many, but will always be the first to disregard the rules. The fine she has paid would be enough to buy her a whole new ship. Perhaps you've never heard me speak like this. All that can be said has been said, both the good and the bad, but she still does as she pleases. Forget it. Keep Beidou out of my sight. Zhang Li of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. He's very versed in a great deal of affairs. Although, such excellent pawns are of no use to me until I know their weaknesses. The second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. People like him can't stand the sight of me, which is only to be expected. I have no intention of troubling him either. Those who have different beliefs should not work together. That girl from One Min Restaurant. Her suspicion towards me is always written all over her face. I wonder what face she would make if only she knew how much I helped finance that restaurant. One cannot afford to be overly reliant on others, even when it comes to Ganyu. There is a Liyue saying which goes, even the most meticulous can fall prey to happenstance. When there are important affairs to deal with, it is always safer to investigate and resolve them personally. I presume you mean the girl whom Ganyu has taken under her wing. Do not worry. I have no plans to make this matter public. I am content to extend some leniency to the odd bit of mischievous maneuvering by that boat captain. One thing, though, Yayo seems to have become somewhat enamored with seafood lately. You should try to convince her to include some more fruits and vegetables in her diet. The Yuhang. She has changed a lot recently. But is Liyue better off with the Yuhang we have now, or the Yuhang we used to know? Only time will tell. The acting Grand Master of Mondstadt, a strict and impeccable woman. Her flawless etiquette knows no fault. Even her letters are meticulously written and creased according to the prescribed rules. It is such easily overlooked details that offer a glimpse into the true qualities of one's character. Yanfei. I suppose you could say she's a dear rival of mine. Were she not so deft at explaining the meanders of the law and providing her clients with all sorts of cunning suggestions, it would take me many more months to identify existing loopholes in the legal codices and tighten them one by one. How is Miss Shenhe doing as of late? Please, look out for her whenever you can. I am most grateful to both of you for your assistance with rebuilding the Jade Chamber. And on a more personal note, please know that if you are ever free, a cup of the finest tea will always be waiting for you here. Yunjin. Are you able to appreciate her performances? It might be difficult at first, but I would encourage you to give it a chance. The reason I decided to invest into her opera troupe is quite simple. Elegant art forms like these deserve to be passed down to future generations. She's a very interesting character. I can say with the utmost confidence that she is someone I trust unreservedly. She handles herself impeccably, which means she stays beyond reproach. Since you both have high intelligence in common, hopefully you will get along very well. Seeing as it's you, there's no need to keep up the formalities. You can be a little more casual, but I still ask that you respect my time. If you have something to say, be concise. I have no time to waste. I've always believed that children are the most naive and innocent. The reports they give me are of the most value. So what about you? What will you have for me? I've been thinking about something lately. If I were to keep you in Liyue, perhaps, at the right time, I might be able to leverage this city to... For now, it's mere conjecture. I should really consider whether the investment is worth it some more. You can learn from me, and use Mora to make things a little easier for yourself. But remember, relationships built on Mora can only be relied on for a time. And that is why I have never brought Mora into our relationship. This is truly a great investment. Sure, no Mora has been made from it, but the time I've spent with you is already a solid return. Seems I win again. I put my money on the right person. Care for a game of Liu Millennial? It'll give me an opportunity to see exactly how good you are as a player. Concerns. If I told you of the concerns of the Liu Qixing, do you think your shoulders could bear the burden? And if you ever made the mistake of mentioning them to others? A slow-boiled soup of leftover chicken and pork bones drenched over some cabbage leaves. I have few culinary requirements. Having a few staple dishes like this is enough. I've come across those who demand golden crab for every meal. Though it all seems so grandiose, I really have no desire for such frivolousness. If you're ever thinking of taking me out for such a dinner, you'd be better off just giving the mora to me directly. You have surpassed my expectations again. With some things, if you haven't grasped the essentials, all the hard work in the world can go to waste. Know what I mean? Ugh. It's the thought that counts. This is one of Liu's finest brocades, woven from silk flowers. You can use it to have some clothing made, and have a happy birthday. There's no style in resorting to violence. It's simply the worst of all the bad decisions you could make. Cashing in time and mora for power. Interesting. This shows their true value. What is it that you hold so dear that is making you so persistent? No, don't tell me. Give me more time to understand you myself. I'm usually not so quick to place my trust in others, but it seems I will no longer be able to make such claims. You've done splendidly. If only I had more like you. No, perhaps you alone are enough. It's nothing. Don't waste my time. Give up. Your life is mine. Submit! Goodbye! A keen eye. We can't have treasure unaccounted for. Wealth. Why settle for less than more? You dare to hit me! I'll remember that. You're out of moves. Given the circumstances, I'm happy to help. We are all but pawns. The victor has been decided. Is this the end of Jianxuan? Rude. You wait. Blood repays blood. Understood. Let's make haste. Don't disappoint me.
My name is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius. and it's my pleasure to be joining you on your adventure today. Should you encounter any problems at all at any point throughout your journey, please do not hesitate to call me, and I will be delighted to provide you with my full assistance. Yes, starting right now. What do you need? Leave it to me, all of it, whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request. You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2? Whenever you need me, I'll be there. Oh dear, everyone's laundry is still on the line. May I be excused to fetch it in? Please stay indoors until the storm passes. I will deal with any urgent outdoor business. Such fair weather. Why don't we do a bit of sunny work? Oh, what sort of work is that, you ask? Well, anything that makes you feel bright and sunny, too. Can you hear the Animo Archon's voice on the breeze? It calms me down whenever I get flustered. Good morning. Breakfast is served. I will be on hand the whole time. Should you find that anything is not to your taste, please do not hesitate to let me know. Ready for your tea break? Please wait here while I get it ready. Oh, yes. I also made lighter-than-air pancakes. You simply must try one. It's my specialty. Everyone has free time in the evening, and that is when I am busiest. Where have Amber's washed hairbands been placed? How many new eye patches did Kaya buy? Keeping track of all these things is a maid's responsibility. Please, get some rest. You must be tired from today's adventure. I should head back to the Knights of... sorry? You want me to watch over you until you fall asleep? I mean, of course it's no problem. But, you're not just teasing me, are you? In my job, I do the exact same things every day. A far cry from being a true knight, that's for sure. But ultimately, this is all part of my training. And when it comes to training, actions speak louder than words. I'm a bit useless in an argument because I can't really explain my reasoning clearly. People find that hard to understand, so instead, I try to just get on with my work in my own way. But then, they call me stubborn. All I try to do is convince people with results instead of trying to talk them round. Is that really stubborn of me? I am devoted to what I do, but make no mistake, I devote myself freely. A maid, to me, is the most liberating job there is. I'm a chef, a gardener, a warrior, a guide. I can be anything you need me to be. Even when you're too busy to eat 3 square meals, never eat something if you don't know where it came from. And always maintain a balance between meat and vegetables. Oh, and no swimming right after a meal. I do hope you're not thinking, that's too much trouble, I'll just leave it to Noelle, are you? But of course, if you are, well then, just leave it to me. So I hear you're an honorary knight of Favonius? I envy you. I suppose that makes you my senior. Anyway, it's about time someone threw you a welcome party, surely. Leave it to me. To be honest, I'm feeling a little dejected. Well, sure, this vision proves that the Archons think I'm worthy, but why is it a Geo-vision? I mean, Geo's the furthest thing from Animo, and for a Knight of Favonius... I actually really like the smell of wine. I'm just not of drinking age yet. There've been a few times when I could have had a little taste if I'd wanted, and no one would ever have known. But I resisted the temptation. I feel like the first time you try it is probably really magical, so I want to save it till I'm older. A maid is required to keep everyone's secrets. That's why my favorite flower is the rose. Here in Mondstadt, the rose represents the saying, "As wine bottles are corked, so too my lips are sealed." It reminds me to... What? Roses represent love in your hometown? I had no idea the rose held such a passionate meaning. I really look up to Amber. Not only is she an accomplished knight, but she's a kind person too. She taught me how to make a Baron bunny. I keep it on my person for luck, and it looks quite all right, I think. Oh, no, please do not be alarmed. There is no risk of explosion whatsoever. I've always been curious as to how she managed to become a fully fledged knight at such a young age. I actually went to ask her for tips once, but I'd barely started talking to her when she grabbed me by the hand and took me outside the knight's headquarters to play with bombs. I thought it was some kind of training exercise at first. Oh, but Jean found us, and we both ended up in solitary confinement. Master Jean has always been my role model, both in terms of ability and dedication. She holds herself and others to the same high standards. So if there ever comes a day when I meet with her approval, it will be the ultimate acknowledgement of all my efforts so far. Until then, there's no room for complacency. At first I wanted to join his expedition party and do my part as a maid, but the Grand Master said no. It would give him more peace of mind if I stayed behind to take care of things in Mondstadt. It made me so happy to hear how much he values me. Okay, so apparently he said the same thing to a lot of people, but that doesn't change the fact that he prizes me too. He's a mysterious character. He comes and goes like the wind, and is always occupied with important business. I like the fact that he delegates some of the smaller jobs to me sometimes. It's nice to feel like part of the team, you know? What do you mean, errand runner? Well, I don't see it like that at all. Okay, well, yes, technically I run errands for him. But still, I really appreciate it. He's asked me to join the Adventurers Guild more than a few times, saying that life there would suit me better than with the Knights of Favonius. While I could help him take care of his dads like the other adventurers, the Knights hold a special meaning for me, and I'm not ready to give up on becoming one yet. No, I simply cannot accept his offer. I think she's from another world, but I don't know the details. One thing I do know, however, is that she loves the Knights of Favonius' library. She can always be found there with her nose in a book. I bring her some refreshments whenever I go in there to clean, and she always thanks me profusely. When I say profusely, I mean she goes a bit over the top, to be honest, and I actually don't understand half of what she's saying. So once when I was cleaning the library, I noticed a book on the shelf called Flowers for Princess Fischl. At the time, I assumed it was just a fantasy novel. I was so surprised to find out the main character is a real person. I could hardly believe it. She must be someone incredible to have a whole book dedicated to her. We take tea breaks together sometimes. Often she'll start humming a tune, saying inspiration has come to her. I'm not the right person to give useful feedback on anything musical, but I still love spending time with Barbara. How may I be of assistance? Oh, you just want to chat? Okay then. Well, if that's how I can help, then please feel free to chat as long as you'd like. Not a problem. I'm here to serve in whatever capacity you require. You needn't be concerned about the way I feel. Huh? More tool than maid? I disagree. A tool might help you to complete 1,000,000 tasks to a satisfactory standard, but it feels nothing. I, on the other hand, feel a strong sense of achievement every time I do something for you. These treats are for me? Oh, no, I couldn't, really. Well, then I'll make some for you, too. I'll go right now, right this instant. Half an hour. Okay, maybe an hour, tops. You can busy yourself with other things first, and I'll be sure to deliver them right to you, hot and fresh out of the oven. I spend all my days handling the most trivial of matters, but so long as it helps you in your adventure, or makes your life easier in some small way, I couldn't be happier. That's because each time I get a thank you, it makes me feel like my work at least has some meaning, no matter how insignificant it seems. Even though I mostly work for the Knights of Favonius, I'm always looking out for ways I can help more people. These days, though, I seem to be spending more and more of my time with you. It might be a bit selfish of me. What do you think? My hobby? I really like washing all sorts of things. Clothes, floorboards, windows, you name it. Whenever I see something dirty, I just want to give it a good old clean. It gives me such a sense of achievement. Oh, you mean the things I do in my free time? Same answer. How to get more for your Mora? Last time I went all the way to Lille, I visited every single shop to compare prices, and then carried everything back myself. I won't be doing that again, though. I was on the road for so long that Jean was convinced I'd been gobbled up by storm terror along the way. My favorite is easily a satisfying salad. The best of Mondstadt's natural produce on one plate. Highly nutritious and a low calorie count. No, I never get sick of eating it. It's delicious. I've been eating it for 10 years now. I'm not a fussy eater, but I really don't like banquets. The reason being, as the maid, I'm expected to sample every single dish on the table to ensure its quality. With just one bite of each, of course, but it all adds up. Oh, the guilt. How can you make such a simple dish taste so good? My admiration towards you just keeps growing. This tastes wonderful. Would you mind teaching me how to make this? After all, it is my duty as a maid. This is more than I normally eat in a whole day. Since you're always so busy adventuring, there must be so many little things you never get round to, surely. Well, you need not worry about them adding up, because today, I'm all yours. Your exclusive maid for the entire day. Just leave it all to me. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you a very happy birthday. What is this new power? Thank you. Now I can be of assistance to even more people. I cannot rest on my laurels. After all, I'm not even formally a knight yet. Until that day, I must work even harder. Thank you for the opportunity to accompany you on your adventures. It's taught me a lot, and I believe I've improved a lot. As a maid, I should be the one serving you. But it seems you have done more for me than I could ever imagine. Everyone in Mondstadt is saying that I'm much more reliable now. Some even say that I'm to be made a true knight soon, but I don't think... What? You think so too? Oh, thank you. Coming from you, that is the best compliment I could ever hope for. Steady as stone. I must leave no stone unturned. Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. As a good knight should. As a dutiful maid would. I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. All in a day's work. Ooh, wonderful. A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning. I can patch myself up. Ugh, that's going back in the wash. If at first you don't succeed. Apply continuous pressure to the wound. Let me get this. You need medical attention. I am a disgrace to the knights. But they still need me. It was my honor to serve you. Ugh, I missed a spot. Oh, how exciting! I will protect you, as you wish.
I am Qiqi. I am a zombie, and I forgot what comes next. Hey, do you know what? Neither do I. I already forgot. Let's go somewhere cooler. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. I forgot my umbrella again. I want to build a snowman. Will you help? I should have stayed indoors today. The wind is frigid. I like it. Hold my hand, please. This wind could blow me away. Morning means it's time to check my diary, because my diary reminds me what I'm supposed to do in the morning. I just remembered something. I forgot to help Dr. Baiju prepare medications. Good evening. How was your day? My day was fine, I think, but I can't remember. It's time for you to sleep now. I will do my stretches. Do not watch me, please. Did you ask me something? Sorry, I forgot. I have a poor memory for most things, but as far as I know, that doesn't matter. I started memory training exercises recently, so don't worry, I won't forget who you are. My vision can't turn back time, but at least it gives me the power to protect the people that matter most. I may be a corpse, but I am in much better physical condition than Dr. Baiju. Sometimes I see finches near the pharmacy, a nice little group of finches. I can never remember Dr. Baiju's face, but I don't mind. Warm, fake smile, death. I despise Hu Tao. Sounds like a historical artifact to me. Remind me, have I met him before? Who? Cute, like a nice little finch. On some nights, I almost feel like someone is doing stretches together with me, but maybe I just have an overactive imagination. What's going on? I perform stretches regularly to help me maintain the same range of movement as a normal human being. But as soon as I stop doing them, the rigor mortis starts to set in again. Some people want to take advantage of me. Others are terrified of me. But you are not like any of those people. Since we first met, I have had a warm feeling inside. Not the kind of warmth that makes me feel rotten. The other kind of warm. The one that happens inside my heart. Thank you. I am happy. Sadly, I only recognize the current you. If I forget you... No, I will order myself to remember you. In the past, my only thought was, I must stay alive. Even though I didn't know what to live for. But now, I think I know. I want to live with you. I want to ask, can we always stay together for the rest of life? Until death? Yes or no? Yes? Is that your real answer? Good. Excellent. I promise to always protect you. I want to have a pet. For example, a nice little finch. I don't know why, but high temperatures make me feel disgusting. I like coconut milk, but I don't know what it tastes like. Sorry, I have no idea. Cold. I like it, but no flavor. Huh. It's burning my tongue. Many happy returns. Here is a bag of herbal medicine for you. You must be very surprised that I remembered. Let me explain. Last time you told me, I wrote your birthday down on a piece of paper. If I look at something once a day, it eventually goes into my long-term memory, and it will stay there forever. Now I have more power, but what does that mean? Please explain. Thank you. I understand. When I get stronger, I need to put more effort into controlling my strength. In the past, I did not understand the idea of being stronger than I already was. Now that I understand it well, I wish I was just a little stronger still. All of this is because of you. Thank you very much. Can you make me a promise? From now on, please let me protect you. Do you accept? Yes or no? Wheel of Life. Life goes on. Go. Rise. Orders given. Orders received. Sacred name. Fortune Preserver. Opening box of Adepti Tricks. Faster? Okay, faster. Ooh, pretty. Treasure chests. Do we like treasure chests? Wasn't there something in here a second ago? Ow. Oh no. I must live on. Danger. Stop. Let me do it. Don't want to be sealed back up. Cold. So cold. No. I didn't feel that. Wow. Oh. I'm here. What's happening? I will bring my notebook.